Welcome to another CTV Sports presentation. CTV Sports is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn, Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By Ackett Soups in Adair and Marine City. By North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way. By St. Clair Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, We Care. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair's Ace Hardware. And by CTV, Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to CTV Channel 6, St. Clair Boys Varsity Basketball as Sean Sherrow's Saints welcome in Ryan Kelly and the Sterling Heights Stallions. Stallions come in at 0-7 in the MAC Gold, 1-12 overall. I'm Brad Robbins, partner Sam Schweihofer. And Jake Vignon, the 1s and 2s up there. St. Clair comes in at 4-3, Sam, 8-5 overall. Got a youth movement going on for both teams here. Last time, pretty hotly contested game, even though Sterling Heights' record wouldn't indicate they've had much success. They're a streaky team. Yeah, absolutely. In that first game that St. Clair went down there and played, first half they came out and they drained 8 3-pointers in the first half from the Saints. So it definitely shows the potential that they have. I mean, even though they're 0-7 in the league, every game they've played has been close. A lot of 8 or 10-point ball games, which tells you teams are making free throws at the end against them and closing them out. But, I mean, they're going to be athletic. They're going to be talented. And like Ryan K does a good job with them. We're looking out for number 1, David Rhodes, number 22, Jordan Peoples out of them today. They like to, on defense, either go a half-court man or sometimes they go back to a 1-2-2 zone or they go 1-2-2 and pick you up on the half court. So they're going to be aggressive, and it should be a tough game for the Saints. Sure, Coach Sherrill will like to lean on Clark Lamb, as he always does. He went for 29 at their place. And, you know the freshmen, Ben Davidson and Mario Matson, will look to contribute with Eric Williams in the backcourt. We'll send it down to Denny White, the public address for starting lineups and the national anthem. We'll be right back.
Stripes sophomore number 4, Eric Williams. For Sterling Heights, junior, number 22, Jordan Peoples. For St. Clair, 6'6" senior number 5, Clark Lamb. For the Stallions, freshman number 50, Melo Doshai. For the Saints, 6'1" senior number 10, Adam Toby. The Stallions are coached by Ryan Kay. The Saints by Sean.
All right, there you have it. Starting lineups brought to you by Denny White. For the Stallions, Fadi Ablahad, number 3. He's a senior guard. Number 4, Antonio Sidajai. He's a sophomore. He's a guard. Kenan Hadzik, who we saw last year, Sam. He is a senior forward. Jordan Peoples, a junior guard. And Malo Dujai, he's a freshman. So the Stallions get a total out of freshmen against 2 freshmen of our own, and Ben Davidson, Mario Matson. Eric Williams, a sophomore point guard. Clark Lamb at 6'6" in the middle. Senior with Adam Toby, our other senior, number 10.
Yeah, I mean, for St. Clair, a real youth movement. The last few years, they've been led by a couple guys, Josh Barnes and Jared Toby. They led them, and they played several years with those guys. Now, looks like Ben Davidson, Eric Williams, and Mario Matson get to be those guys to lead the team from now on.
Doing a nice job, but as anytime you have a bunch of youth, you always you sometimes get 2 different kinds of surprises. So we'll see what's in store tonight. Hopefully a good game for the Saints, well executed, well played, and a little bit of fun for the fans here tonight. Saints win the tip. We'll possess first. Stallions come out in the 1-2-2 zone. Matson from the corner fires up, and it's good. Right away, 3-0 Saints.
And that was good movement against that zone. They got that zone moving, open look in the corner.
So important to get those skip passes early, make that zone fly around and work, move the ball from one end to the other. Another thing that we'll have to look at and see is oftentimes when teams come out and they have all their energy, you know, when they want to play a zone and they can fly around, is how patient the Saints can be in terms of waiting for the right look and trusting in the fact that, you know, their zone offense will get them where they want to be and have a good possession when it might take a little more time than they're accustomed to.
Adam Toby with nice steal right there up to Davidson.
Can't get the layup to go. Peoples with the rebound. Sterling Heights in all black. Looks new for them. It's a new look. It's not the same unis they toned it out last year. I like it. Saints come down with the board. Exchanged missed layups there. Got to get some more ball movement. There you go, make them spread the floor. And there's the touches you need. You got to have Clark Lamb and get him involved.
Yep. And I'm guessing Sterling Heights comes out in that zone after what Clark did to him last time, just trying to limit his touches inside.
Yeah, no question. Anytime a player gets you at your place for 29 points, you got to imagine that the whole scouting report is going to revolve around that guy and making sure that he doesn't do that to you again if you want to have the opportunity to win. Nice ball movement again.
Good flash by Adam Toby to the high post there. Nice cut.
Footer won't go for the Stallions. Ben Davidson with the rebound. Saints looking to run. Got to get out ahead of that zone, get good looks. It's a good job of crashing the glass there by Mario Matson. Earn an extra shot for him. He'll go to the foul line trying to earn it the hard way.
Yeah, Ben Davidson in transition there. Not a bad look from 3. I mean, a 1 against the zone. He beat that zone down the floor. That's as good a look you're going to get against that. And that just rimmed off, but Mario Matson, Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, you got to feel like if you're Coach Shero, you want those kids to just start pushing the ball. We're having seen what we've seen out of them. We're better when we're pushing and playing and maybe not having to sit down and necessarily execute sets so much. I think these kids have played enough basketball that if you let them free flow and do some things on their own, I think they get more comfortable, and those sets will be there if they need them later in the game.
That's one thing we've talked about. He's giving these guys a little more freedom because they have played a little bit more basketball, and they're able to run the court a little better, and they're able to finish the transition. It's really important for them this year.
Saints running a 3-quarter court 2-2-1 press here. Trying to slow the transition game of the Stallions likewise and get some runouts. Davidson working on Rhodes, who just checked into the game for the Stallions. Looks like they're going to get Keenan Hadzik with a push in the back.
That's a pretty tough call. I think Ben kind of airmailed that pass, and kind of, I'm not going to say a bailout call. Our angle, we couldn't tell if Clark got pushed off the ball, but that ball looked like it was tough for Clark to catch.
Moments ago, Raymond Hermes checked in for the Stallions as well. Pretty quick substitutions for Coach Kelly and the Stallions, maybe thinking that they're going to have to really keep fresh bodies in against the Saints, who don't necessarily go very deep early in games. Davidson with another fire. Saints pretty cold early here. 3 minutes into the game, Saints lead 5-0. Nice back tip by Eric Williams. Loose ball recovery by Adam Tovey, and outlets again to Davidson.
Those are the things you can't coach. I mean, you're able to take one step in from the three-point line there and finish under some pressure. That's high-level stuff.
Well, that's the play we were kind of alluding to before in terms of, there's no set called Ben Davidson Euro step from 18 feet and make a layup. He just decided that was the appropriate thing to do, and he's got the ability to do that, which is why you let him run out in transition and do those things. And typically, things open up when we're able to do that. Saints go 2-3 out of bounds here. Shot won't go.
Ref's letting them play. It looks like Sterling Heights' game plan is looking like to attack the hoop and try to draw some contact. Maybe, like you said, get some of these Saints players on the bench and maybe try to even get Lamb in foul trouble. They're switching up to a man defense now, so we'll see if there's a better look for Clark inside.
No contact there, wasn't able to draw the foul. Nice job by Sterling Heights, squaring up. Saints got what they wanted in a touch for Lamb. And there you see the three-point shooting ability of Sterling Heights. That's the thing that keeps them in the game. We talked about before the game how, their record doesn't indicate it, but they're able to get streaky from the three-point line. And if you can do that to teams, it doesn't necessarily matter how, I'll say, talented you are. If you can shoot it, that makes up for a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you see it every year in March in the NCAA tournament. Not necessarily the most talented teams, but the teams that get hot at the right time are the teams that continue to win and move on. And, I mean, you just got to be careful. You can't let them find that stroke.
Off a double screen, Williams going to try for three. Can't get it to go. That was a pretty good look. Saints got what they wanted again. I can't say that down on this end they've had a bunch of missed opportunities. It's just that we're not shooting the ball that well in the early going here. Nice little floating runner by number 10, Joseph Iveza. Knocks that down, soft touch. High screen action with Lamb and Davidson. Matson gonna let another one go, can't get it.
Like I said, a lot of good looks for St. Clair early on. Those are some open looks that they're gonna have to capitalize if they want this game to come out in the right end. Uncontested three-pointers that they're gonna have to hit.
I wouldn't say the Saints by any means have to live and die by the three-pointer with touches. They're doubling down. Every time he's gonna have to find shooters. It's pretty obvious that that's part of the game plan for Sterling Heights. They're pinching down on Clark, make him kick out, and make the Young Bucks beat him. Buddy Broski and Darian Rutledge checked into the game a moment ago for the Saints. Broski, one of those kids that maybe can come in and give you a spark and knock down some threes. Tough shot there.
Good box out by Rutledge.
There you see Rutledge on the back end of that 2-3 zone, and that spot that's so difficult to rebound out of. Does a good job. Big body, got some leverage, pulled down a keyboard for him. That's what he has to do when he comes into the game, and there he gets physical on a guy going up. Nothing too easy when Darian's in the game.
Yeah, he's been the physical presence for the Saints this year, no doubt about it. But he does a good job when he gets in there. A lot of good rebounds, and he can hit an open shot if he's left open.
Joseph Beza on the line for the Stallions. Going to shoot 2.
St. Clair foul, number 35.
Jordan Peoples set to check in, scorer's table for the Stallions. Won't get the first one. Raymond Hermes comes out of the game. A moment ago, probably Hermes might need to talk to about forcing looks. I think he came down last time and took about he took a jump shot 1 foot inside the 3-point line, and it wasn't very close, so I'm sure that was part of the reason he took him off there to have a conversation about that.
And part of the problem could be, I mean, Sterling Heights has spent a lot of this quarter playing defense. They've done a good job down there, but they're rushing down. You see St. Clair moving the ball when Sterling Heights was in that zone. I'm sure Coach K would like to see the same thing when Stallions in offense, maybe a little better execution, being able to work the ball around and prolong some offensive possessions so they can get a break from the defense.
Saints to inbound, going the full length of the floor. See if we get a defensive change here. Doesn't look like it, just extended a little more man-to-man. Forward on the wing, and Rutledge, not necessarily the most comfortable spot for him to catch, but he's going to fire a 3 here. Can't get it to go.
Lamb over the back there. Not a bad shot from Rutledge. They're doing a good job, able to front Clark and try to. They can't do a good job of sandwiching the backside. Those shooters are going to have to hit shots. So they're doing a good job taking him away.
Yeah, if you're Coach K, I'm sure right now you got to be happy at 10-6 with the ball. An opportunity to close within a bucket here. Hadzik can't get that to go. Toby with the board. Looks like they're going to get,
I think it's
Peoples there. Number 22, Jordan Peoples with a hold, maybe?
well, once again from our position, looked like he might, or from our spot vantage point, looked like he was in position.
Nonetheless, Adam Toby goes to the line, shooting 2. Gets the first. It's going to allow Malo Doshai to check into the game. 41 on our program, 50 on the floor. Toby can't get the second one to go. Doshai with the rebound. Nearly outletted the ball out of bounds there. Good save by Antonio Sinisai. Saints look like they mixed it into a 1-3-1 look here. Good rotation by Madsen to get a steal. 45 seconds to go. Saints up 11-6.
Good aggressive, getting down the floor. Those cross-court passes across the floor in the fast break. Nice gap there for Williams to shoot. Just got the ball knocked away from him.
Sterling Heights electing to play man-to-man on the baseline out of bounds. You got to believe St. Clair's going to want to set a couple better screens. Got a good look there. We got to finish at the rack. Good ball movement here from the Stallions. Got to be patient against the 1-3-1. Get it to move. Get diagonal.
Deep look.
Long 3 for Peoples.
I mean, you work it around, you can get a better look than that. I mean, they probably had somebody shooting to the corner there that might have had a little better look, but if he's confident in that, no reason he can't shoot it.
16 seconds to go. Clock was an issue there. I was surprised Sterling Heights didn't hold for one. Looks like St. Clair's going to get a crack at the last shot of the quarter, excuse me. Eric Williams all the way to the rack. 3 seconds to go. Rhodes lets one go from half court, can't get it. At the end of the first, St. Clair leads 13-6.
Hi everybody, it's time to take a short drive down I-94 to St. Clair Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, where we're dealing on a huge selection of vehicles. Just listen to this.
During the auto show event, you can lease a Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 for just $93 a month, a Chrysler 200 Limited for only $99 a month, or a Dodge Journey all-wheel drive for only $74 a month.
Those are some fantastic deals, so get in your car today. I-94, exit 257. Come to St. Clair and find out why we care.
North Star Bank, guiding the way. North Star Bank is a true community bank whose loan approvals are made locally. They help keep our communities vibrant and growing by making loans to local families and businesses and reinvesting back into our community. From opening accounts to recommending products and services, they look forward to reach your financial goal. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
It was not the cleanest quarter for both teams. A lot of missed looks inside and a lot of tip passes that both coaches are not going to be happy with. But they go in, regroup, come back out, and look to forge on in the second quarter.
I'm not sure if we have an unofficial mark, but I don't know how many buckets Clark has there, but I know it's not probably as many as
I have him at 0 and just about 3 rebounds. So, I mean, Ben Davison with 7 after the first, Mario Madsen with 3, Eric Williams 2, and Adam Toby just the 1 free throw. Sterling Heights has number 11, Keenan Hadzik has 3, and number 40, Raymond Hermes has the other 3 for the 6. So both teams in pretty good shape foul-wise. So just some better offensive execution and maybe finishing around the rack.
Probably worth mentioning too, Sam, that JV game, and we're sitting here, it's darn near 9 o'clock. That JV game went into a double overtime showdown, and Ian Jansen was able to knock down a layup to the junior varsity team with about 2 seconds to go to win the game for the JV. So as JV games go, it's a pretty exciting show that they put on pregame, but it's going to have us here a little later than normal. Second quarter begins. The Saints remain in the 1-3-1 with the same personnel group, which surprises me a little bit.
Hermes again from the corner for 3.
So just when I harped on him and said that his coach was going to have talked to him about forcing up a shot, he goes out and that looked pretty pure. I can't lie, that looked like a pretty good shot.
There was a gap there for Madsen that if he could see it again, he'd probably like back.
Saints going to have some numbers here. Don't take advantage, it looks like. Williams gets all the way to the rack, can't get it to go. It's been kind of the recurring theme of these offensive possessions for St. Clair. Ben Davidson coming into the table for the Saints. Nice job there by Adam Toby. This 1-3-1 is so important. These kids get their hands up. No direct line passes like you see there. It had to go over 6'1" Eric Williams, and when he puts those hands up, he's got those long wings. It's just tough to make that pass over and over again.
You and I talk about it all the time. You have to get at good angles to make those passes, and they're just trying to throw over hands. And when you have people with active hands and long hands out there, those passes are either going to get tipped or they're going to sail in the first row like we just saw there.
It takes a lot of discipline to play against that 1-3-1 for any period of time. Obviously, it doesn't always work in staying it too long, but right now it's given Sterling Heights some fits. Williams can't get the 3 to go on that end. Yeah, I was wondering. I think he moved only 1 pivot foot allowed. He took off before he was ready to go. Number 4, Antonio Sidizai, guilty of the violation there. Clark Lamb coming in for the Saints.
We have number 5 into the game for Sterling Heights, and we don't have a name on him. So maybe at halftime we go talk to the esteemed Denny White and see what he has for us.
Buddy Broski with it for the Saints. Still no real good angles for Clark Lamb at the block. There's a freed up look.
I'll make a better pass.
And I'll say that, you know, on the times they've had looks, they haven't been able to get it in with a very good pass. And the other end of that, I don't know how many great opportunities they've had otherwise. So it's a little mixture of both. Clark's probably got to present himself a little bit more, and we got to do a better job on the perimeter of getting him the rock. Long gun for Hermes wouldn't go there. Williams leads the break. Sterling Heights stays man.
Better look right there. That's where St. Clair, that's the bread and butter right there.
Got to imagine here with 5:30 left, that's probably a point of frustration for Coach Sherrill right now, not being able to get him the touches that he wants. I wouldn't venture to guess who it is that's frustrating him, but I got to imagine it's coming from both angles there. There's a mystery man.
Yeah.
Number 5 knocks down a 3. Looked pretty good doing it. I know in the pregame, Coach Sherrill made mention that a few of these guys were brought up from, either the JV team and they're real young. So both teams toting out some real young players. You'll see some mistakes and you'll see some flashes of brilliance. Sterling Heights gets a turnover. Up to Hermes with some soft touch. Knocks it down. It's going to force Coach Sherrill into a timeout. 4:51 left in the second quarter. 15-14. The Stallions are right in it.
A little more intensity on Sterling Heights start that second quarter. They're getting up and down. They hit a few shots and confidence starts to set in. And St. Clair's missed a bunch of shots. I mean, it leaves you wondering, like we said, they're 1-12, but they can score. I'm not quite sure what they average a game, but I mean, 8 threes in one half last time they played. They have the ability to put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, actually, I've got some, I don't know if I'd call them official numbers. It says they're only averaging about 48 points a game offensively. I know some of the length in the matte gold probably bothers those shooters. But right now, they're getting some decent looks and they're knocking them down. And St. Clair averages 57 points a game. And right now we're looking like we're going to have a difficult time getting there. So we've got to get some better looks for Clark. Got to knock some shots down on the outside and free them up. There again. See a forced look. Pass to the wrong side, really. Number 5 with it, can't get it to go. I call him number 5 because I don't have a name for him. Mario Manson rebounds in transition. Ben Davidson with a tough angle. Floater won't go. Clark Graham there to clean it up. Diagonal pass against the 1-3-1.
Talk about it so much. Those diagonals are key against zones. You can get those diagonal passes completed, you're more likely than not going to get a good look.
Well, the other thing, if you can start completing that pass with any regularity, St. Clair's not going to be able to stay in that zone. Get a look here for Lamb. Lots of help against him, and he can't get that to go. That's a shot he typically makes.
Actually kind of surprised Sterling Heights went to that man. Had some success with that zone and knowing what Clark did to him last time. But it's been effective for them. They've done a decent job on it.
Matson boards at one end. Williams with the basketball on this end, out of control. He's lucky. He's lucky that time, I think, but number 10 wasn't in a real set position.
Looked like he slid in late there and might have been a touch under the hoop. So
Williams going to go to the line here. Beat his man off the dribble. I thought probably stay more upright and knock it down. Can't get the first to go. Adam Tobey checks in. Looks like Darian Rutledge waiting for the shooter here. Interesting to see what Coach Sherrill goes to with this personnel group and how he wants to defend Sterling Heights. Williams can't get either to go. Ball goes out of bounds for the Stallions. Saints are man here. Nice little take, protected the ball. Soft off the glass. Good feet to start the dribble drive. Knocks it down and gives Sterling Heights their first lead of the game here with 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half.
probably not the shot Coach Sherrill wants. Come down, maybe work through a set and try to get the ball to Clark inside. Haven't had much success hitting the outside shots.
Off the dribble, when you're not hot, it's tough to find rhythm that way. You want some of those looks to come from the inside out. David Rhodes with the ball, kind of holding it out for the Stallions. Hermes with a tough jumper over top. Adam Tobey. Mario Madsen with the rebound. Coach Sherrill wants him to push. Sterling Heights has been able to play a pretty effective man-to-man defense here. Saints are having a hard time executing against it.
Gonna be a foul down there, number 50. Had to hold the Clark.
Think of your coach, Coach K for the Stallions. You're going to live with a few of those today. You know, you got 16 fouls, 2 minutes left in the first half. I think part of the game plan's got to be physical, as physical as possible as you can with Clark and keep him from catching. And eventually you get some.
That's the third time St. Clair's run that play. That guy's been open every time. That's the first time they've been able to knock it down. So good job by St. Clair. Sterling Heights, you think, would start to adjust to that play.
Believe it or not, something that simple as just having Ben lay that ball in. You know, there's been kind of a seal on the rim for the last couple minutes here. That might open it up a little bit. Sometimes you just need to see the ball go in. As is evident with Sterling Heights right now. Knocking down some tough shots at this end. Some runners in the lane, soft off the glass. Rutledge from the corner.
It's going to be a two-pointer, but a good big hit by Darian. Like you said, maybe that layup by Ben will get these guys going.
21-20, Saints lead, minute 35 left in the half. Saints playing man, another tough runner. This time Sterling Heights can't get it to go. Ben Davidson's going to be able to run the floor here a little bit. Doesn't draw anything, but it'll be Saints basketball out of bounds.
Ben Snyder coming to the game for the Saints. Hey, he's a kid. He proved against Marine City. He came in the second half there, hit a couple big threes when, I mean, the lid was on the bucket that day for the Saints too. So a kid that's able to hit some shots.
Didn't get a ton of minutes early on. You come in a big spot like that and hit some threes, you're going to earn some more opportunities. Good for him. Madsen's going to fire a three here. Can't get that one to go. Rhodes with the ball now for the Stallions. 1 minute left. Good pressure by Adam Toby. He's going to get a run out here. Good lead for Mario Madsen, who's going to earn a trip to the line. Well-timed dish by Adam Toby, who started that break with a nice defensive pick here on this end.
Good job by Mario too, being in the right spot. You know, it's tough. You don't realize sometimes it's tough to find that angle where that guy's going to cut you off. It was a good job by Mario running that lane.
Can't get the first. Sinazai and Abiza in for Sterling Heights. Mario Madsen knocks down the second of two, splits the pair. Gives the Saints a 2-point lead. Ryan Kay wants to talk it over. A minute left. Last time they had the basketball against the Saints zone, and I started to think they were going to slow it down with about 18 seconds left and go for one shot. And they forced up a really deep three. So I'm wondering if that's part of the conversation in that huddle down to. You know, you got the opportunity here to hold it for a real good one and have a nice possession here.
Yeah, and he's got to be happy with the way they've played. Like you said, they've hit some tough shots, and they've played some decent man-to-man defense, and limit Clark Lamb to 4 points to this stage in the game is pretty impressive. And after he went for 29 on you last time, like you said, that had to be a major point of emphasis, and they're probably playing out their game plan as good as he'd like right now.
Got to be happy with the position he's in. The Saints look like they're in man-to-man here. Going to have to cover up shooters. Sterling Heights looks like they want to work on Lamb here. It's a tough matchup down there for a freshman.
It looked like it was a 2-3. They were out there in two. And I mean, it's tough to go in against a 2-3 anyway, especially when you're going 6-6 with against the freshman.
Saints are going to get a post touch here for Lamb. Soft touch, can't get it. Good follow-up there by Adam Toby, who actually made that pass into the post. And on a little wraparound cut, was in the right place at the right time. Got hit on the elbow, going for the tip.
You'll see they went and double Clark that time, which is what they have to do. And if they're going to double, that's going to leave some rebounding available. For the Saints to be able to scrap and get some extra buckets.
On the other end of that, St. Clair just hasn't really shot the three well. So if you're not going to be able to hit those outside shots and they go to double down, as soon as you see that jersey number turn, you're going to have some cutters go in there, and Clark's either going to have to knock down shots over double teams or find the right guy at the right moment. Toby's going to get one of the two. Saints split another pair.
Well, 25 seconds left. Let's see if they play it for one or see what they're going to try to attack and go.
No lack of aggression there. Sterling Heights can't get it to go.
I'm guessing they're going to get Ben Snyder here in a little push.
Looks like they're absolutely right. It's going to be the Saints' third team foul. Really no trouble there. Spreads the floor, looks to go to the bucket, dribble drive, going to draw the foul and go to the line with 8 seconds left.
And that's something that's going to probably infuriate Coach Sherrill too. You leave a gap there, there's really virtually no help side there, and the help that was there didn't really step up. They just offered hands, and they got to be better than that. He preaches defense, and that's why how he makes his living. And I'm assuming there's going to be a talk at halftime about the way that they're playing.
I was just going to mention that, you know, obviously we don't have to hide any bias here on the headphones, but I got to imagine Coach Sherrill's going to go in, just having watched how this first half has gone, and maybe challenge his kids a little bit. I don't think, just having seen them play, I don't think they'd be real pleased with any facet of their game, as they're going to go in tied here. Sterling Heights knocks down a big three, but as we said, I got to imagine this isn't going to be the most, pleased Coach Sherrill that this team's ever seen at half. You're going to have to make some adjustments, obviously X's and O's, but I think just intensity and effort maybe, could be ratcheted up here in the second half. And typically these kids respond to that, and usually Coach Sherrill makes the correct adjustments. So at 23-23, we're going to go to the half here and see what kind of adjustments these guys can make coming out in the third quarter.
Hi everybody, it's time to make a quick road trip to St. Clair, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, where we make buying fun with great service and great deals like these.
During the summer clearance event, lease a Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4 Bighorn Edition for just $99 a month, or lease a 2015 Chrysler 200 for only $132 a month. There's also 0% financing, and St. Clair has over 700 vehicles available.
So make the quick drive down I-94 to exit 257 at St. Clair, where we care.
Neiman's Family Markets, from produce, deli, bakery, meats, or even bagels. Neiman's Family Markets. They have it all on Kearney Drive in St. Clair. Neiman's Family Markets. Ackett's Soups from Scratch has a new location on King Road in Marine City. Ackett's Soup from Scratch features all their famous soups, but now they have a complete lineup of lunch and dinner items for eat in or take out, and even frozen items for heat and eat. You know Ackett's soups are made from scratch. Fresh vegetables, herbs, and hand-rolled noodles. Stock simmered for long hours to bring out aroma and flavor of real homemade soups. Ackett's Soups from Scratch in Adair, and now also in Marine City on King Road.
All right, welcome back. Clock for halftime. Winding down here. Sam Schlaffer, Brad Robbins, and Jake Vigna bringing you some Saints basketball action. Sterling Heights in town. At half, 23-23. We talked about before the break, Sam. I'm guessing that probably wasn't the most pleasant meeting the Saints have ever had at half, and I'm sure they're looking to make some adjustments here moving into the second half, third quarter.
I mean, absolutely. There are a lot of things I don't think they would change. I don't know. Offensive-wise, I think a lot of it might be an effort problem from that standpoint. I mean, this team that they beat, and it's tough. I mean, as a team coming in, St. Clair's 8-5, but you see 1-12 on the other bench, and you think that they're going to take the night off. And Coach K has his guys ready to go, and they're fired up. And, I mean, I've watched them come up here for 4 or 5 years now, and every time they come here, I don't know if it's something about this gym, they're always fired up to play here. And, I mean, they've come out tonight, and they're fired up. They have number 40, Raymond Hermes has 8 points, and number 5 is now has a name, Sean Kama. He has 8 points as well. He's come off the bench and a couple big threes and finish a tough shot in transition. For St. Clair, Ben Davidson leads the way with 9. Mario Madsen and Clark Lamb both chipped in with 4. So we'll see. It's going to be St. Clair's ball coming out here, and we'll see if the intensity is going to be ratcheted up at all.
Yeah, you got to imagine to cure some of the ills from the first half, going to have to get Clark more than 4 points in the second half. I think, if anything, that was incredibly pleasing for Coach K was that part of the equation, that they held Clark to 4 points. Also pretty important that we just shoot a little bit better. I think had some shots in rhythm, feet set, and couldn't really get anything to go. Looks like starters in for both squads here. Sterling Heights has some adjustments.
Yep, they're just sticking that man-to-man defense.
First touch goes to Lamb. He's going to go to work inside, and he's going to knock the first shot down. St. Clair's going to bring some defensive pressure off of that make.
Like you think there was a point of emphasis there at their locker room. You saw it right there. Clark, he won around a double team. Nice little left-handed baby hook with some contact.
St. Clair a little more pep in their stop defensively. Looks like they're trying to force Kama to his left.
Be a 3-second call on Rhodes. He was camping out in there.
Sometimes, I don't know, Rhodes is a guard, not a super big guy, and he was up near that high post in the free throw stripe. Sometimes guys don't realize how long they've been standing there, when you're up high like that. Everybody knows when they're down by the bucket, but up there it might be a little bit of a foreign area for a guard. Davidson with a long gun here, can't get it to go.
I think there's a little pick and roll action there. I didn't even think he looked at the roll. He might have had a chance to maybe drive a lane there too.
Davidson defending on the full. Kama gets by. Good dish there. Lamb straight up. Little contact, but that law of verticality made a nice play. Just went straight up and held his ground. Was able to alter the shot. The Saints back down the floor with it. Madsen with the fire, can't get it to go.
Good work underneath by Toby. Shot, he'd probably like that back.
As critical as we were really of the Saints and their effort and execution in the first half, I thought Adam Toby did a really nice job disrupting some plays and getting to the hoop and getting to the foul line. I don't have a number on foul shots. We didn't make very many when we got there. If anything, we split a bunch of pairs. It'd be nice if Saints can shoot a little better from the charity stripe this half as well.
You hear Coach Sherrill from over here saying, give it to him.
Lamb with a pretty good look, can't get it to go. Loose ball on the floor. It's going to be Saints ball, both players on the ground touching the basketball, but Sterling Heights player, can't read his number from here. Looks like Kenan Hadzik, his body was out of bounds, so whether he likes that call or not, that's the way the rule's written, and ball will go to the Saints.
Nice execution again on that baseline out of bounds play. Mario Madsen with the bucket.
Both guards reverse around. The inbounder gets to make a choice which one he wants. Sterling Heights had a hard time adjusting to that play so far.
I think Coach Sherrill wants to put some heat on number 5, Sean Kama. Looks like he struggles a little bit going to that left side, but he's shown a tendency to hit that shot. That's his third 3 of the game.
A lot of confidence. Him not being on the roster, I'm not sure if I can identify him on another roster here, but you got to imagine he's pretty young. So for him to come out here and step up.
Yeah, it looks like he played, he's on the JV roster. So I don't know when he got the call up, but that'd be a nice player to have in your JV team if you're that coach.
Comes in, makes an addition. Their JV, I got to imagine, was pretty strong then with him out there shooting. They were able to take ours to a double overtime game. Lamb's going to step out and go long gun here. Can't get any iron. It's going to lead a break for Sterling Heights. Verdez with a long 3. Can't get it. Extra shot for the Stallions. Joseph Iveza. Just like that, the Sterling Heights have a second half lead.
Good dish there by, was that Davidson?
It was Ben Davidson with a really nice look. Attack the basket and find where the help came from. That time it was Clark Lamb's man. And it kind of looked like he might have been thinking about flushing that one, but a little too much. in the way of contact. And there, Ben Davidson leads the break there. Gets an and one. Nice little spurt there for the Saints.
That's what I said. Kama's he's been shooting the ball well, but looks like he struggles with it right now with it in his hands. And we don't have a grade on him, but I mean, he's pretty baby-faced out here. So odds are he's probably a freshman too. He's just got to be a little stronger with the ball. Ben Davidson with those long arms able to get tip and lead to a break.
Davidson looks to complete the three-point play. Can't get it to go. Ball goes off to Peoples. Sterling Heights with Kama. Leading the break, and there you see it. Adam Tobey again with a nice hustle play. A pick, goes the other way. Gets a layup to go. A little bit out of control there for the Stallions. Joseph Baveza, right guy, right spot.
Yep.
Flips one in.
Yeah, that was a tough break for the Saints. That was a pretty good job, and I think that went off the side of the hoop right over to Baveza.
Williams matches it. Pace of play up here. This is a little bit more of the game than I think you and I expected when we started, and I'm not sure it makes Coach K on the Sterling Heights sideline as comfortable as he was maybe in the first half.
Yeah, and I mean, St. Clair's just attacking those gaps that are there. They're doing a good job. Another steal by the Saints and a force by Madsen. He had him. I don't know if he needed to take that dribble before he threw that ball. Maybe that's something he'd like to have back.
Ladi Ablahad, Melo Dushai, in for Sterling Heights. Buddy Broski makes an appearance for the Saints. Williams pressures the ball. Sinazai for Sterling Heights. Out of control last time, does a much better job of finding a guy in the wing. And all that action, gets a dribble drive for Jordan Peoples and draws a foul on the Saints.
That's a good job. Coach Sherrill's probably not like that. I mean, they're able to catch and turn against that press, leading to a full head of steam. You got to find a cutoff somewhere.
Sinazai fires, can't get it. Lamb with the rebound. 3:30 left, Saints up, 35-30. Left in the third quarter, excuse me. Davidson with another good take. Makes it 37, extends the lead.
We kind of talked about the Saints defense not helping down on drivers, and that's what Sterling Heights has lacked to do to start this third. They're not helping down on those drivers, and they're leaving a lot of gaps for St. Clair.
Seeing St. Clair with a little run and jump action. Stunting that ball handlers that are putting their head down. Buddy Broski extends the lead to 10.
And that's Buddy Broski's spot. Watching the games all year, if he's in the corner, he's pretty deadly from out there. He put a lot of work in the offseason, and he was able to improve his shot greatly.
Missed opportunity there for the Saints. Got a couple of deflections. I thought they were going to go the other way with a steal. And Sterling Heights wins that loose ball and comes back, kind of stops the Saints' momentum a little bit. And Davidson with a great take. Again, Sinazai. Sinazai wants a hook there. He's kind of pleading with the officials. I think that was pretty much even.
Yeah, once again, there's zero help side there. A lot of guys chasing Lamb up to the top there, waiting for that pick and roll. Foul on Ben. He reached over the top there. He got beat to that spot.
Cutter was too quick for him. Fadi Ablahad able to beat Ben to the spot. That'll give him his second foul of the game. Raymond Hermes and Kama back into the game. The two shooters really for Sterling Heights. Offensive threat. Probably need to hit a three, get him right back in it.
If you're Coach K, you look up and all of a sudden you're down 10 after you controlled the game kind of. Let St. Clair get 19 in this quarter already. Tough shot by
Hermes. Tough one. Early on in the game, I didn't believe it that he was shooting those, but he's got to prove it. He's got the touch for it. Good look there for Lamb.
I mean, execution's just better for the Saints this quarter.
Saints doing a much better job up front, putting a little pressure on. Kama out of control. It's going to get the Saints on a little break here. 3-on-2. Adam Tobey. Ooh, can't get it to go. Good take.
Good take with left hand, though. Strong take.
Gonna get a transition three. Kama can't get it, but it was in and out. Sure looked good from here. Long pass up to Williams. Lamb with another touch. going to draw the foul, go to the line.
Foul on number 15, Nello Dochai, his second.
Like we just said, St. Clair's almost matched their offensive output from the first half in this quarter. We still have a minute 20 to go, so they might get there. And I mean, just playing at a better speed, that suits their game a little bit better.
I think if Saints were able to play this pace for the first half, I don't think we would have been talking about a tie ball game. You probably would have seen the 8 to 10 point lead. This is the pace I think they're probably a little more comfortable playing. We mentioned that. We just got to get them to run. Now I think a lot of that credit probably can go to the fact that Sterling Heights was able to slow them down and hit some shots. The St. Clair's defensive intensity is certainly at a different level right now than it was at any point in the first half. And
Nice.
Lamb does match that total there with the 2 foul shots.
Good drive and dish there by Rhodes. I believe he drove and found Hadzig. Good job. Lamb stood up to help, and they dished off. He wasn't able to make the layup, but it was a great drive and dish. Adam Tobey checks out of the game. Another good quarter, like you said.
Whoa. We've got a substitution issue at the table. Coach Sherrill wanted Ben Davidson, who just drew his 3rd foul, to come out of the game, and Adam Tobey ran off the floor. The officials look like they're going to correct it. And go no further with that.
Yeah, there has to be some collaboration between the officials before they put the ball in play, too.
Good block there by Adam Tobey. We'll see how Ben Davidson's been a pretty key cog in getting the Saints moving today and running the floor. With him off, that's going to be important for the Stallions, but somebody's going to have to step up for St. Clair.
Good cut by Tobey.
Lamb with a touch, going to go up with it. Looks like while he was on the ground, they're going to get Percy Daniel. I don't know if he clutched and grabbed when he was trying to disrupt Clark on the layup attempt, but they called it on the floor. So Eric Williams is going to take the ball baseline out of bounds for the Saints with 43 seconds to go, up 12.
I mean, from up here, I saw number 1 reaching over the baseline. Russ got to be able to issue a delay game warning for that, because that would have been a layup for Tobey had he not reached over. Number 30 checking in for the first time for Sterling Heights, Shane Steinmetz. Looks like a big body to body up Clark.
Right away, Lamb draws a foul. He came in to provide a physical presence and maybe went a little too far there. That's a 15 foul for Sterling Heights. That one on Shane Steinmetz. Saints forced to the safety there, over the top. Eric Williams works against David Rhodes there. Good drive, gets him with the reach. Foul's going to be on the floor.
16 foul on Stallions. Saints will be shooting 1-on-1 after the next foul.
Long safety throw. Williams with it for the Saints. 30 seconds left in the third. Saints up 46-34.
And this is where Coach Sherrill likes to hold for one shot. I'm guessing that's what the Saints are going to do here. And I'm guessing that's what they're going to do there. Pass goes through Williams' hands. The Stallions' ball.
You can see the frustration out of Coach Sherrill there. It's almost the throwing of the hands as if to say, we had what we wanted there, boys. Why can't we just execute and run some clock? So the last shot looks like it's going to go for the Stallions here with 15 seconds left. As soon as I say that, I think I'm the curse. Kama knocks down a 3, gets the Saints back to a 9-point lead, gets it under double digits. Williams with the take, draws a foul. He's going to go to the line and shoot all by himself.
Good take by Williams. They're recognizing the clock situation. Driving the hoop, drawing some contact, and he's going to the line.
Good take there by Eric, using his length. Good first step. Use the long arms to finish around him. Can't get the foul shot to go. been an Achilles heel today. The foul shooting hasn't been impressive for the Saints. You're going to have to shore that up. Can't get either one to go.
St. Clair's Ace Hardware in the Riverview Plaza is now open 7 days a week for your shopping needs. Everything you need from auto supplies, wiring, paint, craftsman tools. St. Clair's Ace Hardware has picnic items, a complete gift department with candles and more. Don't miss the specials on Valspar paint. St. Clair's Ace Hardware in the Riverview Plaza.
Heading into the fourth, it's going to be the Saints 46. Double the output, like you said, 23 points in that quarter alone. But Sterling Heights, not out of the mix with their ability to shoot the three with 37 points here. Hung in there, I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, for that, there was that spell in the middle of the quarter where it was up to 10 or 12 at one point. I mean, they got it back down to 9. I mean, for them, that's 3 possessions. I mean, they've done a good job. That's 3 possessions for a team like them, and the Saints they got to start to mark Kama when he's out there. He's shown that it's not luck. I mean, he's got a pretty good shot, and they got to find him and not give him open looks. He's been doing the most damage today for them. Him and Hermes are the 2 that they kind of have to body up.
Saints are going to have to locate those 2 guys. Ben Davidson being back on the floor is going to help the Saints, but he's got 3 fouls. And that's going to be something to look for. The other end of that, Sterling Heights is now at 17 fouls, which means the Saints will go to the line every time there's a foul called. Rhodes can't get that tough jumper off the dribble to go. It's going to be Saints basketball. Lamb to get a touch here, back out to Davidson. Nice triangle look there, and Steinmetz is going to get another one, and Clark Lamb's going to go to the foul line. I can tell just, sitting where we are, Coach Ryan Kay's not exactly happy with the officiating, but in that case right there, I'm not sure he has much of an argument.
No, I mean, 2 hands. He's a lot of body on the back when Clark's catching the ball, and you can't displace a guy. Number 33 into the game, Eric Stanek, very similar to Steinmetz. So I'm guessing we're going to see some more of the same physical play on Clark, and you could probably tell that was the game plan after he went for 29 on him last time.
Lamb gets the first, front end of the 1-on-1. And knocks down the bonus. Saints up 11 here. Lamb on the inbounder, uses his length to get a tip, put back. Buddy Broski tried to anticipate, might have come around and bodied him up a little bit. But the anticipation was good, and he's executed a little bit better. That was a big play right there by Clark Lamb.
Absolutely.
He used his length, and he hasn't really been on the inbounder much. Decided to hop up there and kind of ad-lib and got a piece of the ball and a nice reverse putback with the left hand. A big play to extend that lead to 13 now.
And he's by far the biggest guy in the court. Sterling Heights doesn't have much size out there, so I mean, look for Clark in the coming possessions too.
Buddy Broski trying to D up Kama. Kama with some pretty good ball handling. You see Clark try to run the break. As much as it looks like we're trying to force Kama to go a specific way, I think he's handled that pretty well and got some decent looks on his own. And so going to get some ball movement here. Ben Davidson to the rack, can't get it to go. Kind of an awkward finish. Here's the freshman for Sterling Heights with a tough look. Broski with a cross-court pass. Good shot fake, fly-by.
And that just shows the maturity of Davidson, how much basketball he played. I mean, he could have taken that 10-foot jumper after he did the pump fake and the three-pointer, but he saw a lane to the hoop and was able to go finish. That's just pretty good heads-up basketball.
Saints need to defend the three-point line here and kind of grind that game to a halt. Just as soon as I say that, David Rhodes sets his feet on the other side. Saints lose a shooter, and it's back to a 12-point lead.
And that one probably should never happen. Sterling Heights was kind of bunched up on that far side of the floor. They had 4 guys over there.
Lots of help on Lamb, a kick out. Davidson, probably a good idea there by Ben to not go up with that, especially now. It looked like a clean catch, and he opted to reverse the ball and get it into Clark.
It was a great entry by Rutledge, too. Clark had position, but sometimes it's so difficult that you see that pass get tipped in there, and he was able to get Clark in the right spot. Clark was able to finish.
Jordan Peoples can't get that to go for the Stallions. Saints up 14. Pretty big possession here, I'd say. Offensively for the Saints, and defensively, the Stallions really need to stop. Lamb with it from 15 feet. Dribble drive in and a kick. 4 out, 1 in for the Saints. Lamb with an opportunity. Good ball movement here, good patience by St. Clair.
This is something that's been lacking today. As we say that, they kind of force one inside and keep them working. Keep them working. If you're the Saints, you're getting what you want. You're up 14, slowing the game down. I mean, don't force that pass unless that's the absolute look that we want.
As good an entry as Darian made on the last possession to get Clark a shot. That one went awry, and now they're going to have to go back and defend the other end of the floor here. Hermes with a long gun, can't get it.
Good box out there by the Saints.
Cleared the whole area. Davidson forcing the issue a little bit there along the sideline. Ball goes out of bounds, Saints will inbound again. From the baseline, we've seen the same look. Actually, this is a little different now. See how Sterling Heights adjusts. Lamb with it. Looks like he stumbles a bit. Going to be fine, but it isn't travel. Ball will go to Sterling Heights. St. Clair still defending on the full. This has kind of really been the catalyst that got him going here in the second half, ratcheting up the defense. Sterling Heights using screens at the block to free up shooters. Saints doing a better job that time of getting through them and making sure they can come out and contest. David Rhodes, long gun, rattles out, can't get it. Ben Davidson with the board. Halfway through the fourth quarter now, Saints lead by 14. Good look into Matson, the shot blocked.
That was a good look by Mario. Mario set a screen for Clark. His guy went and helped double Clark, and he rolled to the high post and had that good look and good entry over there. But I believe that was Toby that entered that ball. And good take by Mario, just not able to finish.
Seeing a lot of the same actions actually from both teams offensively. On the Saints end, the emphasis though is getting the ball right there to Clark. As Sterling Heights does it, they're looking to get free up shooters on the perimeter. Lamb with a nifty hook.
And that help that was there for Sterling Heights in the first half is kind of faded in the second half when Clark turns in the middle. I mean, he's able to get that shot up where when he turned in the first half, he had people up in his face.
Nice job, Eric Williams getting a piece, sending us on a break here again. Ben Davidson's able to finish. That's going to extend it to 18. .316 remaining in the fourth. Kama, long gun, got it. He belongs.
Gotta wonder why he was on the JV to start.
I wasn't going to say it, but that shot is absolutely a varsity level shot. Nice play by him, some composure too. He knows what his team needs, and set your feet and go get it, kid. Saints moving the basketball.
Great
Good
pass
cut by Adam Toby, and he's going to finish. Good cut leads to a mistake by Sterling Heights. Kama's teammate Hermes threw it off his foot on the inbound, going a little bit too fast, and the Saints are going to inbound baseline out of bounds. Sterling Heights going to send in a few subs here. St. Clair opts to the safety here. Williams works with it. St. Clair spreads the floor, probably going to look to be real patient with 2:30 to go.
Yep, they're going 5 out here, so this is where they're going to look to run some clock, and like we said, it's a layup or bust, I'm guessing.
That's right, layups only at this point. Sterling Heights going to be forced to be aggressive here, and as we mentioned, they were in the bonus quite a while ago, and every time they touch us now, we're going to the line. Markle's going to enter for the Saints.
Adam Toby coming out. A real nice game for Adam Toby. You're going to look at the score sheet and only say that he had 6, but he was kind of the spark plug that the Saints needed to get going, and he was one of the better players in the first half for him, and he carried that over in the second half. A lot of tip balls, a lot of good rebounds out of Adam today.
Yeah, at halftime off the air, we talked about if you were going to try to identify somebody who was kind of leading the effort in the effort category, we thought Toby was doing a nice job of looking to disrupt some things, and he continued to do that in the second half. Unfortunately for him and Coach Sherrill, some of his teammates came out and tried to match it a little bit.
As we say that, Cam Parcel, number 12, checks in for the Saints.
2:15 left, 62-45 for the Saints. After just a 23-point showing in the first half, a much better job here by St. Clair, putting the ball in the hoop and executing their stuff. Markle with a good drive, sets up Madsen for 3, can't get it to go long. Markle with a good hustle play there, he's going to draw a foul and go to the line.
Foul on number 50, Mallow Dosha, his third.
Shane Steinmetz at the table again for Sterling Heights.
Kyle Ritter in for the Saints.
Markle knocks down the first, see if he can go 2 for 2 and get the pair. Can't get it. Kama brings it up for the Stallions. Saints not matched up the way they wanted. Foul out in the middle of the court. Doesn't hurt them too much considering there's just 5 team, but I'm sure wasn't really part of the plan here with an 18-point lead. St. Clair playing man. Hermes gets into the paint.
Nice dish out by Hermes to Steinmetz over Kama.
Kama can't get that one to go. It's long. Markle with the rebound. Saves it underneath their bucket. Nice little take there by Percy Daniel, sophomore. Gonna earn himself a trip to the line.
Sterling Heights has some nice young pieces between, Mallow Dusha, Sean Kama, and then they also had Antonio Sinajah. I mean, we're looking at a couple freshmen, I'm guessing, and a sophomore. There's some nice young pieces to work around if you're Coach K. And if those guys put some time in and contribute, they're going to be a tough team to play next year. This give the Saints a season sweep this year over them, but I mean, they came in here today and they played hard. And as a coach, you know it's hard time after time to tell your kids you played hard, but I mean, that's a team that's difficult to play when they're hitting shots.
That'll be good for them as well. I mean, in years past, I think Sterling Heights has kind of consistently found themselves at the lower half of the MAC Gold. You know, not necessarily that they had bad teams, but they haven't really been able to compete for necessarily.
And it's been a tough league for so long now too. I mean, Mount Clemens is gone this year, but you have New Haven, you have Warren Woods Tower, you add Madison this year. I mean, it's a difficult league to play in. I mean, night in, night out, you're going to get battles, and for a team like Sterling Heights that could compete and probably do well in the silver, to struggle in the gold year after year, it's probably tough for the kids. But I mean, they're a tough team.
Kama at the line for the Stallions, number 35. Stephen Abro checks in for the Stallions at the table. 56 seconds to go here in regulation. The Saints lead 63-48, 15-point lead. Mostly subs in for both teams, getting the opportunity to do a little work here. For Sterling Heights, I think, could be part of the equation that you want some of those young kids to play together a little bit. Josh Markle had a good look at 3 there, couldn't get it to go. Abro comes in and knocks one down.
They're not shy, but I tell you, I mean, that wasn't a bad looking shot. Good rotation, good form on that.
Floor spread for St. Clair. Good ball movement, looking to get Rutledge a touch. Lost the handle there on an entry try. Ball go back to the Stallions. Abro again for three. That one rattles out. Looked like a pretty pure look. With the board, Cam Parslow with it now. 2 seconds to go. They're not going to fire a shot. They're going to take the win. Ends up being a 12-point Saints victory, but after a sluggish first half at 23-23, they came out in third quarter, did a really nice job. And I'll let you take us through some of the scoring there for the night.
Yeah, unofficially, we'll go with Sterling Heights, Sean Kama. Unknown to start the game. We sure knew who he was when we finished. I have unofficially at 19. To lead them in number 40, Raymond Hermez. I had him at 10. Those two guys show some pretty good talent and ability to shoot the ball. For St. Clair, Ben Davidson had him with 19 unofficially, and Clark Lamb had him with 20 unofficially. I think he either had 4 or 6 at halftime, so we had a big second half, and like we said, that emphasis that Coach Sherrill was going to put on at halftime, they came out and they executed better. And like we said, that full court pressure got the Saints moving, got some tip passes, and they're able to get some good runouts and some good looks.
Nice spark in the second half for the Saints. I'm sure they're happy with the outcome and have plenty to work on here, you know, moving in for Thursday. But anytime you win a ball game, can't be too upset about it. Kids responded well after halftime, and that's going to do it for us on a late JV double overtime extended night here at St. Clair High School. I'm Brad Robbins, it's Sam Schweifer, and Jake Vigna on the camera. Have a good night, everybody.
This CTV sports presentation has been brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By Ackett Soups in Adair and Marine City, North Star Bank guiding the way. By St. Clair Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, We Care. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair's Ace Hardware. And by CTV Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.